Now, as we have done this thing, the crushing and grinding, you know the concentration of ore, you know the oxidation, you know the reduction now, and the last step which is used is called as refining, right. So, what is actually the refining? Refining is actually done to remove the residual impurities. Suppose after reduction we get a metal, but still that metal is not pure, it contains certain kind of residual impurities. So we can refine it, right. So that means we can remove the traces of impurities also if it is present along with the metal. Or what we can do is in refining we can convert it into ready to use form. Because suppose if I need the aluminium foil, so that means I am not going to get the aluminium from the market, or I am not going to make a certain kind of sheets through it, I just need an aluminium foil. So I want that the foil should be you can say available in the market, so that I can go and just buy the foil. It is not that I have to just convert that aluminium metal into foil, which is not feasible. So that means we need a certain kind of process in which we can just convert into the ready to use form, and that can be used or picked up by the you can say the manufacturers or the industries, whichever they are, in which form they need to use that, right. So that comes under the refining. So there are various methods which are employed for the refining. One is liquation method, other is oxidation method, and the last is electrolytic refining. Right. So what we do in liquation method, it is very simple method. What we do, we take an earth, a slope like this, what we just keep the metal which is obtained as far after the reduction, and as we know it contains the impurities, the residual impurities along. So suppose it has the impurities also along sticking to its surface. So what we do, we just heat with the help of burner. And as we know that the metals have lower the melting point as compared to the impurities. So what will happen when we will just apply it with heat, the metal is going to melt, and when it will melt, so it will just flow down from the earth. But the impurities, as they have the melting point higher than the metals, so that means they are not going to melt and they will stay behind on the earth. So here the metal flow and the impurities are left behind. So this is actually the liquation method. Now the second method is the oxidation method. What is oxidation? Sometimes along with the metal certain impurities are present which can be easily removed by just combining them with the oxygen, because their oxides are more stable. So all the volatile impurities which are present along sulfur, phosphorus or any other, so what they can do, we can just oxidize it, they just readily convert into the oxygen and they are expelled in the form of gases, and what we are left with, our desired product, that is our metal, right. Third is the electrolytic refining. So first of all you should know, see we did the process electrolytic reduction as well, right. After electrolytic reduction, whenever we do electrolytic reduction, the last step is not required, because after electrolytic reduction the metal which we obtain is 99.9% pure. But still, if in case the impurities persist, we can just use the method electrolytic refining, which I will be explaining you now. That is the electrolytic refining. It is again the refining, that means the removal of impurities, the residual impurities, by using the process electrolysis. It also serves as one of the application of the electrolysis. So just look at the board, I am explaining electrolytic refining.